Welcome to Gabby, the Marriage and Family podcast, where it will be okay. We are your hosts, marriage counselors Terrell and Tanisha Pugh. We are a family of 9 who, after the death of our daughter, learned that life was going to be okay. And now, we help other families in distress realize the same. Are you ready to heal and learn that your marriage and family will be okay? Well, let's get started. Hello, this is Terrell Pugh, and thank you so much for listening to the Gabby podcast. How would you like to do what you love, working with couples as a marriage coach or with individuals and families as a Christian counselor? Well, we can help you over at tntpugh.com. That's tntpugh.com. Hey, we'd love to help you get started today, again, working as a marriage coach or a Christian counselor. Head over to tntpugh.com. Thank you.
Welcome to another episode of the Gabby podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Tanisha Pugh.
My name is Terrell Pugh.
Oh my God.
No, my name is Terrell Pugh.
All right. And this time he didn't grace us with his middle name, so that's
Terrell,
good.
middle name Pugh.
All right, that works, you guys. That works. So,
Terrell Kasim Pugh.
so this tonight in this episode.
Don't Google me.
Do you want people to Google you? I mean,
Okay.
I know.
Okay, Google me.
Do not Google him.
Don't Google me.
He is taken.
Got to make up your
all of
mind.
this.
Make up your mind. You want people to Google me or not Google me? Which one is it?
You're so fine.
Okay. See, this is what happens. This is one of the things that come with marriage. You have to sort of
You
go
get
with
fined.
your wife. She
More
can't
and
really
more
make up her
fine.
mind. You know, it's like, okay,
Oh, my mind was always made up.
really,
Mm-hmm.
really.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, to continue in this episode,
Look, guys, look at these arms. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Look at this.
I have arms like everyone else, and I have 2 of them.
He's been working out,
I have
y'all.
I have two
His
arms.
hands are getting strong, and I'm seeing some muscle bulking up
Oh
here.
gosh. Okay. I have been working out, and
Yes,
I
he
have
has.
lost 45 pounds.
Woo!
So I'm getting older, and I want to make sure I can be here forever.
Listen,
Yes.
y'all, he's been carrying a, how much is that?
Jimmy. His name is Jimmy.
Well, let's just.
So as part of my workout routine, I carry around a punching bag throughout the house when I go up and down the stairs in the kitchen or wherever.
Uh-huh.
And so
And-
that
He has new muscles in his back.
oh gosh. Look,
Why
let's
am I
stay on
even
track.
sharing
Let's stay on
that?
track. Let's stay on track, okay?
Oh, you don't want me to talk about that, huh?
All right, so I'm going to do this podcast by myself today. All right. Hello, everyone. This is the Gabby podcast. Tanisha cannot be with us today. It'll just be me, Terrell Pugh. Yes, I said my middle name.
But I'm right here.
And so today we will talk about couples traveling together.
Oh, my goodness.
okay?
Yes. Let's stay focused.
Couples traveling together. Our
What
last.
are the benefits, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, yeah. What are the benefits? So Tanisha already knows the script, right? She already knows the questions we're going to ask. So we've laid out 5 questions here.
Yes.
The first one being, what are the benefits to traveling with other couples?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any drawbacks? What if you're an introvert?
Hmm.
How do you handle spousal conflict while on a couples trip? And the last and 5th one, what if you're not getting along with another couple? What if you're not getting along with any couples on a couples trip, right? Oh.
If you are on a couples trip and you're not getting along with any couples, baby, it's you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You said baby or maybe?
Baby, it's you.
Baby, it's you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, but I'm so grateful though, and I know that's not the question we're tackling right now. Did you already go through all of them?
Yeah, we went through the 5 questions.
Perfect. I'm grateful that the people we have so far been privileged or blessed to travel with
Yes.
have all been a really good group.
They have been.
Nobody's perfect.
No.
We're not perfect. But for the most part, everyone gels
Yeah,
really well.
Yeah.
and-
And I want you, so save that for when we get to that part.
Sure,
Yeah,
no
because
problem.
I know what you're going to say there, so I think that'll be good for there.
Okay.
But speak to the first question, right? So what are the benefits of traveling with other couples?
Okay. Well, there's been lots of studies that's been done on this very topic. And I won't cite the research because our wonderful and
Well, I won't cite the research, but I'll give you some information.
perfect. So you'll do that. What I'll speak from is
I'll
is
cite the research.
I'll cite my lived experience, real life observation of what I witness when couples travel together. One of the biggest thing is there is this thing that happens where you go on this trip as a husband and a wife, and you come knowing you've been experiencing certain things, and then you witness that the same things you experience in your marriage, other people are experiencing too. There's a word for that.
Yeah, universality.
That's right, universality.
That's part of the research, but yes.
And it's that sense of that you're not alone in your experiences, that other people in the world have similar experiences to you. And it provides uniquely a sense of hope. It gives you hope. It gives you motivation to keep on chugging forward. And I get to see that. I get to see that lived out right
Firsthand.
in front of me. Yes. There's also this so if you're a newlywed, maybe 1 or 2 years or 5 years or what have you, and you get to observe other couples who've been married for maybe 30, 40 years, and it inspires you, it encourages you, it helps define certain goals that perhaps you now have, because you're seeing this woman who's been married for 30 some odd years, just kind of carrying themselves with such grace and whatever you may observe. So
or husband, if you're observing the husband, right?
That's
You see
right.
him carrying himself a particular way. But yes, go ahead. I'm
that's
sorry.
right. That's right. No, that's why we have you here. You rep the husbands. I rep the wives.
Representing all husbands.
Representing the wives. But no, so there's that part of it. And then if you're the couple that's been married maybe say 10 years, 15 years, 8 years, whatever it is, and you see another couple who perhaps are married for the first year, the second year, and you see certain behavior, you see them going through certain things, you may look at that and say, wow, we've overcome that thing that they're going through.
That's right.
And that creates hope. That creates a sense of appreciation for your journey.
Yeah, and I'll share this with you. So what you're saying, what Tanisha is sharing here, that's a lot of what we see in the research. So essentially, couples traveling together, when you look at research for it, across all domains are benefited, which means better communication, better intimacy, better conflict resolution. All of the areas, general marital satisfaction increase when you begin traveling with other couples, other healthy couples. I do want to add that in.
Oh, that's so important.
Healthy couples.
Yes.
And so there are 3 things that tend to happen that Tanisha mentioned, and I'll sort of mention the technical terms, one of which is universality, which is essentially the feeling that other people experience the same things you experience. So if you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm the only one whose wife complains. Well, you know what? After universality and seeing other things, you start to realize, like, wow, okay, I'm not the only one, or I'm the only person, I'm the only wife whose husband is not affectionate enough or not romantic. But then you start to see that in other places. What happens is you begin to have hope. You begin to think, you know what, I'm not alone, and that gives you the motivation to actually try harder.
That's right.
And by trying harder, it increases those domains I had mentioned earlier.
That's right. Now, it's very important for us to highlight what you just said. It's important to travel with couples who are healthy.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that you're going to be free of problems. So we're not saying travel with couples who are free of problems. They've figured it all out. Yeah. None of us have figured it all out, right? But if there are certain, I guess, hurts that if a couple is carrying that type of hurt with them could negatively impact other couples who are trying to grow from those same hurts.
Absolutely.
And so what that would look like is in the scenario that Terrell just described, say I'm struggling with not having affection from my husband, and I see that same thing in another couple. If I'm unhealthy in my perspective, I may see that as a reason to justify why marriage isn't a good thing.
That's right.
Because
you may begin to voice that dissatisfaction to someone else that's there, or even
and be a
that
stumbling
could
block.
become a stumbling block.
Yes,
right.
that's right. That's
so
right.
that's that. The other two things that Tanisha was referring to, one of them is what's called upward social comparison. An upward social comparison is essentially when you look at someone who is doing better than you, or you perceive they're doing better than you. You may not actually know this, but you get the sense that they are. So maybe they've been married for 40 years and you've been married for 10 years. And you see them as similar to yourself, and you say, wow, if they did it, I can do it.
That's right.
So that's the upward social comparison. If they did it, I can do it. And that gives you motivation to try harder.
Yes.
The third area would be downward social comparisons, which is basically looking at someone that is in a worse off situation than you, and then comparing that to them and saying, comparing yourself to them and saying, well, at least I'm not as bad as this guy, right? And that gives you motivation to do better.
Right.
So in all three of those scenarios, it motivates you to actually do better in your own relationship and with your own self as well, the personal things that you're dealing with.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah.
That's wonderful. Those are the real life observations I know we've made personally. And so to hear that the research supports it is spot
and I'll
on.
say this, the other thing that I observed is that when on vacation, you are very sexy.
Oh my gosh.
You are very sexy. Now, you're very sexy every day.
Oh, okay.
But, kids running around the house, when you're on vacation, there's no children. So I just thought I'd just throw that in there.
Okay, Terrell. Oh, brother.
But yes. So, second question, are there any drawbacks?
So the only drawback is when you forget that the trip you are on is a couple's trip, meaning sometimes the excitement of hanging out and socializing with the other couples can really just steal all of the time, steal all of the limelight, right? And you leave no room mentally, emotionally, physically, because you're exhausted, for your spouse. It's the couples activities together are very enriching. And I love engaging in that, and I love seeing couples engaging in that. But you always want to make sure you're reserving space mentally.
That's right, for your spouse.
For your spouse.
And I'll say this, when we build our itineraries for the couples trip, we always let couples know to leave time for your spouse, to make sure that there's time for intimacy.
That's
and intimacy means different things for husbands and wives. Intimacy for a husband may mean sex. Intimacy for a wife may mean romance, right? It may mean
angry sex.
Okay, that was left
She
field.
went left.
Yeah, that was left field. That got dark real quick, right? Cue the dark music.
You're so silly.
No, but for a wife,
and I'm blushing. Ooh,
I'm not blushing.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I know when you blush.
Look, I'm dark skinned. No,
babe, you're blushing, and I saw it.
Look, I have a straight face. See,
I make you blush. I make you blush.
No.
I make you blush.
Men don't blush.
But they actually do.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Tanisha's over here being bad.
I am not.
And we're on camera.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You are being bad.
No, I'm
You're
not being
cut
bad.
This out, right?
I'm not cutting anything out. I'm keeping it
are.
all in for evidence.
You're gonna cut it out.
This is all evidence, and I'm going to submit it.
Submit it to who?
I'm going to find somewhere and someone to submit it to. I'm sure someone will take it.
You're so silly.
But yes, intimacy
Yes.
could mean different things, right? And sometimes spouses look forward to the intimate time on vacation,
True.
which I will say this. Intimacy should not only be activity you engage in on vacation,
That's right.
whether it's sexual intimacy or romantic intimacy. It should happen all of the time.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. And so, if for you, going on a couple's trip is an attempt to spark your romance because maybe you've just come out of having a baby or you've just, whatever it is, you can carry that energy back with you.
That's
And I
right.
hate speaking in that term, that energy, right?
Yeah.
But
But it's true. There is a certain energy that you have while you're on vacation that couples tend to leave on vacation. And we
Baby.
encourage couples to bring that energy back
Yes.
and keep it.
That's right. That's right. This couple's trip ended on the 6th for us, and aren't we still vacationing?
I vacation every day. Every day I'm on vacation. If you see me on Monday, I'm on vacation. If you see me on Friday, I'm on vacation.
Well, not really, but we get the picture. We
yeah,
get the
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Yes,
Exactly,
yes,
exactly. I believe in MWM. MWM.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I know you guys are
gosh.
probably like, what is he talking about? What is MW?
He's talking about that good morning wood. You know what we're talking about, okay?
Yes.
That good morning wood that you need to take advantage of because all morning wood matters.
Right, morning wood matters. That's right, morning wood. MWN. Hashtag MWN. Morning wood matters.
Oh my gosh.
No wood goes to waste.
No wood goes to waste. I think that one's better.
No wood
goes to waste.
Put that on a T-shirt, right? No wood goes to waste. And look. It should be like you are living in the wilderness.
Oh my
where
gosh.
it's somewhere cold,
Oh my gosh.
and you need to take advantage of every
Okay.
piece of wood.
Terrell, behave yourself. You're acting up.
I am not acting up.
Oh, that's what he said.
Look, I'm not the one taking care of the wood. I'm just saying
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I get the benefits of it being taken care of.
Okay, okay.
And no, I'm not editing this out. See?
Oh my gosh.
That's my payback.
No, you're gonna edit it out.
I'm not gonna edit
No,
it. Why am I
honestly.
gonna? I'm not gonna.
That's really personal.
You guys will get the full. I don't like editing. Tanisha knows that when I do these videos or podcasts, I like doing them straight. I don't like. That's what she said, right? No, I like just edit going straight through, no edits,
gosh,
because
what's
that's when you
happening
get the
tonight?
real and
Please
authentic.
forgive us. Oh my goodness. I'm
So you want to
hoping-
go into the next question?
I'm afraid. I'm very afraid.
So I'll ask it. The
Okay.
next question says, okay. What if you're an introvert?
Morning wood matters.
That's right, morning wood matters. No, what if you're an
No
introvert?
would go to waste.
I'll say this other thing about drawbacks before we move on.
Yes.
Another drawback could be if you have a mismatch in activity level, right? So suppose, and this is talking about like, what if you're an introvert, which goes into the third question. What if one spouse is introvert, the other one is extrovert, and you're on a couples trip and you want to do a bunch of stuff?
Yes.
You know,
Excuse me. I'm
that
sorry.
could be a drawback because one may feel, I want to do this, and the other spouse doesn't want to. But the
Right.
antidote to that is to balance it. You was going to say yes.
No. That's a good antidote. Absolutely, 100%. The one thing I would say to why that could be a drawback is if the couple that's more outgoing, more outdoorsy, they see other couples
Yes.
being what they enjoy and their spouse isn't.
So do not compare. Do not
Yes.
compare. Do not
Yes.
compare.
Do not.
That's
do
right.
Not.
That's very
You know
damaging.
why you chose your spouse. That didn't change just because they don't like, to jump off bridges or whatnot.
That's right. That's right. But
Yeah.
yeah, so what if you're an introvert and you find yourself on a couples trip, you've pushed yourself to go and now you're there and you're like, oh my gosh,
Well,
what did I do? Or maybe you just keep talking yourself out of it all of the time.
yeah, that's what a real introvert does. They talk themselves out of everything, all up here. No, I love you, introverts. We love you guys.
Yes.
You keep us stable. I'm kidding. But I will say, if you're an introvert, it's important for you to know and set up or define boundaries,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
Stopping points. Put it out there. You know, be upfront with it. You know, hey, I see this in itinerary, and if you're traveling with us, we're gonna have a pretty active itinerary.
Yeah. And look, and we have introvert friends that we negotiate this with whenever we, do stuff.
That's true. That's true.
And you guys know who you are. I'm not going to name drop, not going to, throw anyone under the bus. I'll just say plush.
Oh my gosh!
Did
you just say that?
I'll just say plush. That's a keyword. You know what it is. You guys know who I'm talking about.
Behave yourself.
What? Nobody knows what I'm talking
But
about.
they know.
Well, but they know. But yeah, but no one else knows, right? Now you guys are going to start asking in the comments, what are they talking about? Is that an acronym?
Oh, no.
PLUSH. You're going to start looking in the dictionary,
It
Googling
is not
it.
an acronym, so I can stop
Come
that
on, you
search
can't
now.
say that. You're giving them clues.
Oh dear.
But
Oh,
no, yes,
boy.
if you're an
I'm
introvert.
gonna get you. All right. I'm gonna get you real good.
I can't wait. This is where you see the spark on my teeth go bling.
Oh
No,
my
no, no.
word. Okay.
But
if
yes, we
you
have to
are
get
an
through these. We have to get
introvert,
through the rest
yes.
of these questions.
Yes, if you're an introvert, it's important for you to define to know that about yourself. First of all, don't try to force things that push yourself. Allow yourself to be drawn out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But be very I guess what's the word?
Assertive. And
Yes.
yeah, and assertive is you don't allow your needs to go unheard. That's passivity. But you're not aggressive. Aggressive is when you only care about your needs. So an aggressive introvert would say, look, no, I don't want to do that. I don't care. Leave me alone.
Right.
A passive introvert would be like, okay, let's just do everything. And really, they just have so much anxiety on the inside.
Yeah, and they're just not enjoying themselves.
Right.
You
But
know.
an assertive introvert
Yes.
would say, here's what I can do. Here's what I can't do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do what I can, and I'll push myself to my limit.
Yep.
But then that's all I can do.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And we've witnessed introverts make those stands, and we respect it. We
Yeah.
love that.
That's healthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what if we had, I'm thinking as we're talking about this, we should have a couples trip where it's nothing but introverts.
Oh.
No.
No.
I don't know.
Again,
Can
we
you imagine?
love introverts.
You know what?
What?
That is a Zoom call couples trip.
That was good.
Right?
That was good.
It took you a minute to get it, but
It did. I paused for a minute. I was like, wait a minute. Huh? Are you talking about this? Oh, anyway, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Put that
That
out
is
there.
hilarious.
Zoom call couples trip.
No, that is so insulting. We all introverts matter. Okay.
Yes, all introverts matter.
Yes, and
That's right.
and we value what you guys bring to the table.
MWM. That's right. All right. Just got to throw that out there occasionally. No, all right.
my
Next question.
word.
Next question.
Oh my gosh.
How do you handle spousal conflict while on a couples trip? It's okay. You gotta look. Old things have passed away. What? I can't even get out the full scripture.
Okay.
All right. But yes, when you have conflict as a couple, how do you handle that? I keep looking at. I can't not look at Tanisha and laugh. She's just making me laugh.
What? I look like a clown?
I'm just gonna do this for the rest of the podcast.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna keep
She's
the
so
phone right in front of my
silly.
face.
That's way too close to your eyeballs. All right. So
No,
we're
but-
not going to talk about
No,
this?
really. So what do you do when you have conflict as a couple?
Yes.
Right? You've gone on, and I'm not talking about your, a disagreement where you want to do this, they want to do that, and you guys disagree.
Angry sex.
Okay. So that's not the
That's an
solution.
answer. It's
That's
an
not the
answer.
solution.
Get really mad.
No, that's unhealthy, people. You just don't listen to that. That's bad advice.
Yes, it is. It is bad advice.
I apologize on behalf of my wife. Yes. No. That's
Okay.
just going left. But I'm talking
Wait a
about
minute.
you don't want to go.
There's value in angry sex.
We'll talk about that in the intimacy podcast.
All
This
right.
podcast. So you're upset. You don't want to go
Yes.
back to the room. You don't want to be near them. You want to,
That's
separate
a lot of
yourself
upset.
from the group, right?
Yeah.
And from your spouse.
So
How do you handle that?
of course, I remember when we were traveling in early in our marriage, and we would have hours stolen from us on our vacation that we stole from ourselves.
We robbed from ourselves.
That's
That's
right.
right.
And I remember, I just thank God for His wisdom that He just pours into His people who ask. I remember one day we talked about it and we said, you know what? This is our vacation.
That's right.
And we're giving up valuable time that we will never get back. We can't even go back to our employer and say, hey, you know what? We had a cruddy vacation. So you know what? Those hours that were vacation time, can you give them back? Put them back in the vacation bucket?
That's right. You can't do that. As a matter of fact, I want you to try to do that. Next time, God forbid, if you have an argument or a disagreement that steals time from you on your vacation, I want you to go back to your employer and ask for that time back.
See what happens. But because we've experienced that growing up, we kind of put that out there in front of the couples when we're traveling with them.
Yeah.
We let them, because you have to have a plan. If you know what the enemy may come with, if you know some of the, eventualities, possibilities, what have you plan for it.
That's right, because conflict doesn't take vacation because you
No,
take
baby,
vacation.
it doesn't.
Conflict will wait at the door, just like Scripture says that sin lies at the door. Part of that is going to be the conflict,
Yes.
right? It could be negative attitude. It could be whatever that is in you.
Yeah.
So you do have to make that agreement preventatively before you go on that vacation and say, look,
Yes.
we are going to do our best to not fight each other, to curb every instance of disagreement before it escalates.
That's right. That's right. For some, it could be as simple as, we're going to allow ourselves 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
That's right.
And we're going to get over it.
That's
we're
right.
going to move forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what if, and this will move us to the fifth question, what if you're not getting along with another couple? So what if the conflict is not between you and your spouse? What if, you're just not, a different couple is rubbing you the wrong way?
Communication. Now, that does have to be tread with wisdom, because some individuals are not as welcoming of confrontation. And when you hear communication, you may think there are other people who instinctively think confrontation.
Right.
Hey, you have a problem? No, that's not the communication we're referring to.
That's right.
We're talking about, and you can give us some examples.
Yeah, I'll give you an example, right? So suppose I had a conflict, or not conflict yet, but suppose I wasn't getting along with another husband on the trip, right? Or it's myself and Tanisha, we're not getting along with another person on the trip. It's usually because maybe there's different views, right? Maybe their personality is quieter or louder or just different. Whatever that is, it's different. What I would do is I would communicate. All conflict gets resolved first with communication. And then you go to the MMA arena and order ticket. No. You never do that.
Please, no.
It's always communication.
Yes.
It's always communication.
Yes.
And so I would say, hey, you know what? I love that you are excited about this or passionate about this, or, it looks like you have a very different understanding of this topic. And I appreciate that. I just see it a little differently. Or, I think my feelings or values about whatever we're talking about is just a little different.
That's right.
And it's okay to state the difference.
Yeah.
And then you can pull away and engage with someone else.
That's right. Another good thing.
And last thing I'll say,
Sure.
the reason why you do that is because if you don't and you keep it internally, then you will develop negative self-talk. And just naturally, most people have a negative self-voice.
Internal voice.
Internal voice, right. And that's to protect us.
That's right.
That's usually, telling us all of the dangers in something.
Yeah, it's usually pretty judgy because it has to be judgy with the intent of protecting.
Right. But unless you've trained that voice and been very aware and conscious of that voice to make sure it's positive and objective, the default may be negative. So if you don't communicate, you're going to form
You're going to build a case.
biased opinion about this person,
Yep.
a case against them,
Yep.
and then that's what's going to lead to a negative conflict.
That's right. That's right. And one of the things I would love to remind couples of, if you are on a trip and you encounter a couple that is so different from yourself, they, as some people would say, rub you the wrong way. Remind yourself of why you're on this couple's trip. You're
right.
on this trip to connect with your spouse. And then I challenge you, identify a characteristic, a trait, something good about that other couple that inspires you, that
That's
you
right.
admire.
Get curious.
Yes, but shift it. Shift that thought. It's not about them and them rubbing you and you being rubbed the wrong way. It's not about that. It's about you two connecting
That's
and
right.
being inspired by other couples
That's
on
right.
your journey, on this marriage journey.
Because all of the rubbing will be done that
Woo,
night
Lord.
when you are in the room with your spouse.
Oh, gosh.
And that will
Rubbing
be-
or pounding?
Both.
Oh, my gosh. I can't.
You need both.
I can't. I'm done. It's as far as I can go. Stop it. Oh, my
I
goodness.
can't touch you?
You can, but we're on camera.
I'm trying to rub my wife's shoulder. She won't let me rub her
After
shoulder.
you talked about rubbing,
I don't know what you're talking about. We were just answering the question here about what would you do if you're not getting along with another couple. I don't know what you're talking about. That's strange.
You're so
This is
funny.
interesting.
Yes.
No, but I think
yes.
we covered all 5 questions that
We
we wanted
did.
to cover.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, I do want to let everyone know that we do have a couples trip coming up in 2024.
Yes.
Next year in October. We're going to be
Yes.
posting the details on the Christians Travel Movement page.
Yes.
If you're not a part of that, go to Facebook. The link to that Facebook page it is in the description if you're watching this through YouTube.
Yep. And there's a video also that we posted of our most recent couples trip. Take a look at it. We had some big fun. Tomorrow we're going to also go live. So right before we post the details, we're going to go live, right? And talk
Well, this
about the
recording
trip.
will be live. We are recording this on the 14th, or no, the 13th, but we're going to post that video on the 14th. So
Right.
depending on when people listen. I don't know. I'm just being technical for no reason.
It's okay. It's okay.
2 plus 3 is 5. Minus 1 is 4.
Okay.
Carry the.
We're gonna do a live video where we talk about the trip to Greece, and I want to speak to you people who are
plush.
no, I don't.
No.
Procrastinators.
That's another inside joke there.
The procrastinators. Just because the trip today is April 14th, 13th, 14th, does not mean you wait until September 14th to decide you want to travel to Greece in October.
Yeah.
We're giving you so much advance notice. You have all the time. Well, you have a lot of time right now to plan for this. And look, we've been to Greece. It's beautiful.
Yes, Greece is beautiful.
You will not regret it. This is an experience of a lifetime. Invest in your marriage. Invest in yourself. You know, we have some folks who really feel like, this is too expensive. It's not. It's worth it. It's an investment.
That's right. Remember, this couples traveling together, it enriches every area of your marriage. Even if you are already doing well in your marriage, even if you report the highest satisfaction in your marriage, traveling with other couples will actually boost that to even higher levels.
That's right.
So it's a win-win situation.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. And think about your family. You come back happier, more satisfied, fulfilled, refreshed, rejuvenated.
And listen, husbands, if you want your wife to honor the MWM, okay?
Oh, Lord.
Take her on vacation. Stop keeping her in the house.
That's right.
Hiding her in the closet.
That's right.
Okay?
And when you take her on vacation, would you, for goodness sake, hold that woman's hand?
Yes.
Show her some affection.
No, Give her a kiss.
There you go. And
Make
women.
her feel uncomfortable, in a good
Oh
way.
gosh, yes, yes. And men feet matter too. Is that what it is? Or men have feet? That's what it
Men
was.
feet
And
matters.
yeah, so
Oh yeah,
women.
yeah, yeah. That's a little something we always talk about on vacation. Men feet matter.
Internal joke. All
Yes.
right, but yes, I look forward to sharing that
Yes.
that information tomorrow. Please tune in. Um,
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, all right. Well, we'll go ahead and end things here.
yes,
All right, guys. Thank you for listening in once again. We are excited to have you here on the Gabby podcast,
yes.
listening in with us. And
Thank you.
remember,
It will be okay. All right. God bless you. Good night.
hello, this is Terrell Pugh, and thank you so much for listening to the Gabby podcast. How would you like to do what you love, working with couples as a marriage coach or with individuals and families as a Christian counselor? Well, we can help you over at tntpugh.com. That's tntpew.com. Hey, we'd love to help you get started today, again, working as a marriage coach or a Christian counselor. Head over to tntpew.com. Thank you.